Hi, in this video we're going to show you the brand new Tesla Model Y Performance from Giga Berlin from Germany. And we also brought our long-range model, which is from China, from Shanghai. And we are going to compare these cars, and I will show you what is new to the German manufactured Tesla. My name is Nico and I'm the founder of the shop for Tesla. We sell accessories in Europe for your Tesla Model 3 or Model Y. So if you have a Model 3 or you're getting a Model 3 or a Model Y, please check out shopfortesla.com. But now let's just start. This Model Y long range, we have it now for I think 7 or 8 months. So it was one of the first Model Ys which came from China to Germany. There are many changes now on the performance model, which you can also find on the Chinese models. So I will compare and tell you what is new, but many changes also are now available on the Chinese models when you get one from China. We will start with the front, and of course I will open the front with the Tesla app. So I can tell you when I measure here in the middle, we had approximately 31 centimeters on the performance model, and it's the same depth on the long range model. We also have 31 centimeters here. So really the front part is exactly the same. Also the lights, I couldn't tell if there's any difference, and I'm pretty sure that Tesla didn't change anything there. But Tesla changed something else, and I have to close the hood for that. When you look at the windshield wipers, they are different. On the long-range model, we don't have the heating yet. But on the performance model, you can set on the display that you want to have the windshield wipers heated. When it's freezing cold or when they are frozen to the window, you can heat them. And also, this nozzle here has changed. It's now round and it sticks a little bit further out. So you actually see it while driving, or I see it while driving. A little bit smaller people won't see it. But it changed. On the old model, it's just a little bit smaller. The cameras from the outside, they are also actually the same. We will find a difference in the camera, which is in the inside, but I will show you that later when we look at the interior. Overall, I have to say that the build quality of the German build Model Y is perfect. I mean, we couldn't find any big gaps or anything, but it was already the same for the Chinese model. It was perfect. We didn't find any problems. The only thing we had at the beginning with the German built car was the door, but now it also works. It sometimes just didn't close perfectly, but yeah. Now I'm trying and it works. I was told that the ceiling around here was too new and it pushed out the door when I was closing it, but that settled now as well. By the way, I have to get you something. This car was the 22nd car which was delivered from the Giga factory in Berlin. You can see it here. It was the 22nd car delivery number. We actually were at the delivery event in Berlin, and I got this car handed over by Elon Musk personally. And well, when we come to the interior, I have to show you something else. We got a really nice thing to remind us of that. Okay, so build quality perfect. Then when we look at the rims, we have these beautiful 21-inch wheels, which look awesome. We have the red calipers. The car drives very comfortably. Right after we picked it up, we drove from Berlin to Hamburg. It's about 300 kilometers, one charging in between. We already drove 250 kilometers on the German Autobahn. It is very nice to drive this car, and I didn't feel in any way uncomfortable in that car. German Autobahn, we can drive fast. We drove quite a long distance, just 200 kilometers per hour. From time to time, as I said, 250 kilometers. Of course, you drain the battery power from it, and it gets empty very quickly. We drove 200 kilometers from 100 to 6%, but that's the German Autobahn. You can drive fast and you lose energy very quickly, but it's also a lot of fun, I have to say. Then we have the spoiler in the rear. We don't have that obviously on the long range model, but also this, it's very nice. The first Model 3 I picked up 2.5 years ago. The spoiler was a little bit loose. Here everything is really just perfect. Another specific performance change is the tire size. On the performance we have a 275 wide tire on the back, and on the long range we have 255 in the back. In the front it's the same, both 255 wide. Of course, we have on both cars, we have the tainted rear windows, which we still don't have on the Model 3, which is very nice. I really wish I had that on my Model 3. I personally drive a Model 3 Performance now, but maybe I will change to that one. I'm not sure yet. The rear lights, they are also the same. Tesla didn't really change a lot on them. We have the turn signal on this whole bar on the outside light, not just the small lightning which we had at the beginning of the Model 3. And as you can tell by the looks, they are exactly the same. On the performance model, we have under this dual motor badge, we also have this line, which also tells you that this is a performance car. The long range doesn't have this line because it's not performance. Let's open the rear trunk. Here is a big change. We don't have that on the long range, but as I said, this is also a change which is coming to the Chinese models. We have this trunk cover. I got used to it by now, but when you first look at it, it looks quite funny and interesting, because normally you're used to have something which you pull out like this. But this is like a solid cover, and to open it, you have to push it backwards. And then you can access the whole trunk, but it will never completely disappear. It will always be somewhere, like this. When we look underneath here, oh, we have something else here, the Giga 22 sign. So here, one more proof. But this is also the same. When I take my measuring tool here, so we do it with German precision here. We have 36 centimeters here in the cable storage. And by the way, this is one accessory we have in the shop for Tesla, for example. And these are covers for the plastic you have here, which look very nice. You have to glue them here and it just looks much better. But for now, for demonstration, you have here the plastic when you get it from the factory. And when we go over to the long range, here are also some rubber mats. And some rubber mats in the floor. Yeah, it's basically the same. It's 36 centimeters. Just a little bit less because I couldn't put it to the floor. But as you can see here was not even the lines here on the side to hold the trunk cover. So they changed a lot on the performance model there. Okay, when we talk about heights, let's check out that one. From the bottom to the wheel housing top, we have 79 centimeters on the long range. And when we go to the performance, we have like 77.5. So the performance model is approximately 1.5 centimeters lower than the long range model. Yeah. When driving the cars, I personally didn't notice a big difference between them. I think it's a little bit stiffer on the performance, which makes sense because it's also lower. And so the way of the dumping is a little bit less. But I think it's pretty good on both cars. Okay, now let's jump inside. Here you will find something which makes our car very, very unique. We actually got a signature from Elon Musk personally. He signed the middle console, and yeah, we have to still protect it because that makes the car, as I said, very, very unique. Beside that, there are small changes. The camera, for example, it's a little bit bigger, so the camera in the inside. On the Model Y long range, it's just like a tiny point. This has a bigger lens. Then we have the doors, the covers in the door, so here, and that's softer than in the long range model, but it's just very tiny bit. It feels like plastic in the long range. Here it feels tiny bit better. I mean, you have like, yeah, it's very thin, but it's softer than in the long range model. There's one more thing they changed. We got the Amd Ryzen processor here. On our old long range model, it's still the Intel Atom, but also, as I said, the AMD processor is now available in all long range and all Model 3 performances, no matter from where the car is. So that's just, yeah, an improvement over our long range model, which is not unique to the performance from Germany. Also, I can show you this little button. So here's the windshield heating. The seats also have some extra stitching here on the side, which gives the seat a little bit more stiffness. So when you drive to the side, you're a little bit better fixed, basically. The back seat, also pretty much the same. That's it. I mean, that's the car from the Giga Berlin. As I said, the build quality seems to be perfect. We didn't find any problems beside this one with the door, which fixed itself. I mean, I still have a service appointment, I think tomorrow, where they will look at it, but it got better with every day. So in the future, when you get a car from Giga Berlin, it will be fine from the beginning, because it was fine on the right side of the car the whole time. That's it, guys. Let me just touch the windshield wipers. The window is heated here. It's not the windshield wiper itself, it's the window which is heated here. Interesting. So yeah, the windshield wipers won't freeze because the windshield itself heats up. So yeah, the windshield wipers get loose. So thank you for watching, and consider subscribing. We will try to put out more Tesla content in the future, and check out Shop for Tesla and our brand new, to be fair, rubber mats, which we will produce in Germany. Thank you. Bye.